Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Alex and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to overclock your GPU using MSI Afterburner. And before I start, make sure you enable subtitles to my videos to understand better what I say. So yeah, let's start. First of all, before I show you how to overclock your GPU, I want to say three things, and I'm not going to take a lot of time on those. The first two are going to be warnings, and the third one is going to be something to make sure that your PC is capable of. The first thing that I want to talk about is that do not overclock your GPU on your work or home laptop, because if you do so and you are able to do so, you have a very high chance of burning your laptop, and I'm pretty sure no one would want that. And this video is specifically for good gaming laptops that are high-end and for PCs that have the strict graphics cards. The second thing that I want to talk about is that if your GPU breaks or dies during overclocking, do not come in the comment section and tell me that I broke your GPU, because this is going to be 100% your fault, because you decided to watch this video, you decided to overclock your GPU, and whatever happens to your GPU, do not accuse me of breaking your GPU. This is going to be your fault. The third and last thing that I want to talk about is that make sure that you have a good quality power supply and enough wattage to supply your GPU with enough power, and make sure that you have good airflow in your tower in general so that you have load times on your GPU. And yeah, these were the three things that I want to talk about. Let's head straight to the video. In this video we're going to download and install two software. The first one of course is going to be MSI Afterburner, and the second one is going to be MSI Combustor 4. Of course both links will be in the description, and once you click the first link in the description, which is going to be MSI Afterburner, scroll down to the bottom and find the MSI Afterburner link, click download Afterburner and install it normally. And once you click the second link in the description, which is going to be MSI Combustor, if you do not know what the software is, right below it it says graphics card stress test and GPU benchmark. And we will use this software during our overclocking. Once you're here, just click download now and install it normally. Right now, open up MSI Afterburner, and in a little bit we're going to open MSI Combustor. Right now you have to pay attention very carefully, because this is going to be a bit confusing, and unfortunately I cannot give you the exact overclock numbers on your GPU, because you could have a very high-end GPU or a very low-end GPU. But for the folks that have the GTX 1050 Ti, I will show you the numbers of the overclock at the end and you can apply those numbers. But for those people that do not have the same GPU as me, unfortunately guys, this is going to be a time-consuming method. It's going to take you 1 or 2 hours, but it's going to be worth it. I mean, of course, if you want, you can click off from this video and find a guide for your GPU. And yeah, so right now what we'll need to do first of all is going to be to change the power limit. But before we change the power limit, click in the right side right here, the little arrow, and make sure that the link box is checked right here. Once it's checked, change the slider to the maximum possible, which for me is 125%. If on your GPU you have a maximum of 150% or 200%, I do not think that exists. But if it exists, do not put it at the maximum possible, because your power supply may not be able to give out that much power, and you will need to increase it only 20 to 25%. And make sure that the temp limit is moving as well. And after you have changed the number, make sure you click apply so you apply the changes. Right now we will open the MSI Combustor software, but surprisingly MSI Afterburner has a little dedicated button on their software, which is in the top left corner right here. You'll see a little K letter, click that and it's going to launch the software. And right here you see a new window. Before running the stress test, if you want to change the resolution, I'm going to leave it default on 720p. And right now you will have to run the stress test of your GPU, and you will leave this on while watching this video and while doing the overclock as well. So here comes the hard part, that you're going to pay very close attention to it. Right here in the software you see my stats of the GPU at the top one and the memory right here, and the two numbers that we're going to focus on is going to be the 1797 MHz, which this one is the core clock. And below it you will see the 3504 MHz, and that's the memory clock. If you do not know what core and memory clock is, the core clock is basically the GPU chip itself, and the memory clock is the VRAM. And these are the two numbers that we will pay close attention to. So right now what you will do is that look in the core clock right here in the MSI Afterburner software. Then the default numbers, of course, is going to be plus 0%. And what you will need to do is going to be increasing the core clock 50 megahertz every 5 minutes. So what I mean by that is that put 50 megahertz right here, hit enter, make sure that you always click apply every change. And before I click change, keep an eye out on the 1797 megahertz here. And after I click apply, the number is gonna change to 1835 megahertz, as you can see right here. And as you can see right here, my GPU is currently overclocked. And right now you'll have to wait 5 minutes to see if MSI Combustor crashes or freezes. If MSI Combustor does not crash or freeze, after 5 minutes, increase the number again, another 50, so that will be 100, hit enter, then click apply again. You will see that the number has changed to 1873 megahertz. Wait another 5 minutes to see if the software crashes or freezes, and if not, increase the value again, another 50 till it crashes or freezes. Once MSI Combustor crashes or freezes, head back to the last stable number and then increase 5 megahertz every 5 minutes. So for example, if MSI Combustor crashed at the 200 megahertz overclock on the core clock, then head back to the last number, which is 150, and there increase the core clock 5 megahertz every 5 minutes to see where is your GPU limit. Once you find the limit, leave it there, and then you will head on to the memory clock, which is right below it. For the memory clock, do the exact same thing as you did on the core clock and find what's your limit on the memory clock as well. And as I said on the core clock, once the MSI Combustor crashes or freezes, find the last stable number and then increase the number 5 megahertz every 5 minutes to see where it is its limit. For my GPU, for the folks that have the GTX 1050 Ti, my numbers for the GPU is plus 210 megahertz on the core clock and plus 970 on the memory clock right here. This is the numbers for the GTX 1050 Ti on my GPU. And yeah, if you have the same GPU as me, copy the numbers right here. And yeah, that's basically it. Hello guys, Editor Alex right here. I forgot to say in the video that if you see that your computer freezes or gives you a blue screen after a few minutes, hours or days, that could be the issue from the overclocking that you did on your GPU, and that means that you have pushed your GPU a little bit too far. And what I would suggest you there is that you lower the numbers a little bit and that you lower them this time like 10 to 20 megahertz lower, and then see if your computer crashes again. And also, overclocking does void your warranty, but manufacturers will not be able to tell if you have overclocked your GPU or not unless your GPU breaks or dies. If your GPU breaks or dies and you send it to the manufacturer, they will be able to tell if you have overclocked your GPU. If your GPU is working just fine without any issues and you still have it overclocked, manufacturers will not be able to tell if you have overclocked it or not. And yeah, that's what I had to say. Let's head back to the video. I really hope that you understood what I said, because I'm pretty bad at explaining things. But yeah, if you did not understand, then hit me up in the comment section and I'll try to explain it better there. And yeah, once you have found the limit of your GPU on the core clock and the memory clock as well, if you want, leave the numbers down below, which GPU you have and which numbers you got on the core clock and memory clock as well. So for people that have the same GPU as yours, can copy the numbers to their own system. And yeah, that's everything it. That's a video guys, thanks for watching. If you have any problems, tell me in the comment section and I'll try to help you as much as possible. If you have any video ideas, tell me in the comment section and I'll try to make them in the future. Thanks for watching guys, like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in my next video. See ya!